Hello, my marvelous sausages. Now, with a big expansion, what always happens in Destiny is that a lot of content gets vaulted, and that's no different for the final shape. So I want to go over with you what's going away so you can prioritize your time in getting the stuff you need, because we've got about 6 weeks left, and there's loads of stuff that you may have overlooked or forgotten about, because let's face it, it's been a long stretch between Lightfall and the final shape. So first of all, let's take a look at Season 20, Season of Defiance. I've probably forgotten about this. This came out basically at exactly the same time Lightfall did, and I always find that when the season launches right close to an expansion, it gets swamped, or you lose loads of things, or you don't realize what was in there and what you may have missed. So first of all, things to check: how many engrams do you have here? Look, I got 93 Defiant engrams. Now, if you're not aware, you actually have to activate the artifact each time there was a new season, and if you haven't been back here since the season has switched over, then you're going to find you haven't been earning any of these Defiant engrams. You can activate, they say activate the artifact or activate the season, so you can start receiving these as drops in games. You still got 6 weeks, you still got plenty of time to grab some stuff. Now, we've got two types of weapons we can grab. We've got the Defiant weapons, which are here. These can all be red bars as well. Now, if you don't have all the red bars or the patterns for these, or you're not fussed, you might not want all of them, you might just want some of them. First of all, you need to check in your patterns and catalysts to see which ones you have and you haven't got, but it won't drop red bars for weapons that you've already got anymore. Secondly, you'll be able to claim and buy a guaranteed red bar from this row of weapons every week until you've exhausted all of your patterns, all your crafting patterns. So for example, if you haven't got a regiment there, you can have a chance of buying, not a chance, you will be able to buy one of these as a red bar every week in order for you to unlock the pattern. Now, don't forget, you can actually just drop them randomly here as well for a chance to get a red bar. You can just do it from here. Look, as I've been doing here, I did actually end up with an Imperial Decree red bar, and also one of these swords as well, the Death Razor. Now, you're thinking, what the hell are those? Well, those are the weapons that you get from here. They're the recovered Leviathan weapons. The Imperial Decree is a shotgun. Let's have a look, see if I get anything else. I've had two today. I had them right on top of each other. Yeah, well, keep on going, just have a little look while I'm chin-wagging here. So there's 2 engrams needed to cash in for these. There we go, I've had another Death Razor there. That's excellent. And if you go to your Collections tab, go to Patterns and Catalysts, and I'm going to go and look at swords. So you can see here, what have I got? I've got the Death Razor there. I've had 2. I've got 2 left, so I have 1 more to unlock to get that pattern finished. So it's worth your while looking through these here to see which weapons you need to finish. Now, one other thing about this engram, the recovered Leviathan weapons engram, is that it contains 4 weapons, one of which is the shotgun, the Imperial Decree. The other 3 are the swords, but they're the class swords, okay? Death Razor, the one I just had here, is the sword for the Warlock, which is this one here, but the other 2, the Gold Tusk is for the Hunter, and the Throne Cleaver is for the Titan. So make sure you use the appropriate class when you're deconstructing, what do you call them? What do you want? You spending them. When you're spending them, yes, we use the word spending, won't we? Yes. So otherwise, you're not going to get the particular one, because I was only getting Death Razors when I was trying to do it with my Warlock. Interesting tip that about those Leviathan engrams. Now, if you want my recommendations, these are my personal recommendations, the weapons I've found that I've used a lot. Now, it all depends on what type of weapon that you like. But what I've basically been using here, and the ones I'd recommend you want to concentrate on for crafting, is the Resonant Grenade Launcher. That's excellent, really, really good. Slams them. I use this an awful lot. The Perpetualis Auto Rifle, because it's strand. That's very, very good as well. And the other one I've used as a backup is the Royal Executioner Solar Fusion. I find that packs a punch too. So those 3 weapons are the 3 that I would recommend here. Now, if you're after the armor, particularly for transmog here, this will all be going away as well. Who knows when they're going to be making a return? They might pop up in the Eververse as an ornament. We don't know. But if you want this armor set and you like the look of the armor set, the Atekian's Regalia set, this is the one you want to try and farm. They do drop from the engrams and from the seasonal activities. And as far as the activities going away are concerned, it's going to be the seasonal ones. So we've got the Defiant Battlegrounds. No doubt some of these will be rolled into the Vanguard playlist. You might be able to play some of those again, because they've kind of taken taken the place of strikes, which is a shame. I preferred strikes. But anyway, there we go. Defiant Battlegrounds, that'll probably be going in there. And then we got the legend versions of those two. And every season has its exotic. Now, the Season of Defiance exotic is this one. It's for the Vex Caliber. It's a glaive that goes in your secondary slot. We've got Perpetual Loophole, deal additional melee damage while protected by an overshield, and defeating targets with melee final blows while the overshield is active will refresh it. And it fires a spread. It fires a spread equipped with a quick draining shield, blocking damage to your shield, gradually bestows void overshields. I've got to be honest, I've hardly touched it. I have used it, but I hardly touch it. There's a catalyst available here as well, and they're available for completing it on Legend. This mission will be going away, as probably will be the exotic for a time. It may be reintroduced at some point. It may even be going into the kiosk on the in the tower, but we don't know. So if you want to go for that, the Vex Caliber mission, that's the first one that's going away exotic weapon wise. Plus, it's worth coming to check out the Triumph's titles here, because it does collect everything together in one place. So for Season of Defiance Season 20, it's called Queen's Guard, and I'm looking in here. It's amazing how much I haven't done actually, because look, I've got a Sparrow there that I can pick up, or is it a ship? And I've got to defeat Battlegrounds on Cosmodrome and the Orbital Prison on Legend difficulty. Nice thing to do on stream, that. We'll be doing some cleanups there definitely, and a couple of other things as well. Not that much left to do, so it's great to come in here and see complete it on Legend. I haven't even done it on Legend, look, which is why I don't have the catalyst, of course. So this is great for going, oh, I must do this, I must do that, because once these have gone, you're not going to be able to collect any of this stuff apart from when it plops into the Eververse. Don't forget to check your rank. I'm rank 13 there. Look, I haven't even gone Prestige yet. I'm on 0, but you might be pretty close to getting some Ascendant Shards or some decent weapons, so it might be worth your while trying those out as well, and start farming them so you can get some extra materials. Well worth doing. Next, we move on to Season 21, Season of the Deep, over here in the left wing of the helm. God, I love this. I love the massive aquarium. I love the fact, you see these bits and bobs there, you can collect these within the deep dive missions, which were great, so you could just add to it. It just looked lovely, and I really, really did enjoy it. But let's go and have a look at what we've got to see that's going away. So first, check out your engram count. 99 is the maximum amount that you can hold. So if you're holding 99 like I am, and you've been running these to get the deep engrams or any of the deep dives, you won't be getting any engrams, so it's a waste in that regard. So make sure you use them up. Don't be an idiot like me. So what we got here, look, is our focusing. So the weapon sets available, first of all, are these. This is the deep weapon set. These are all craftable. Now, of course, the red bars will drop when you're focusing them, but you've also got a chance of collecting them from the activities themselves, particularly Legend Salvage and the deep dives. I have to be honest, right? I hardly used any of these weapons. I don't use them at all. Nothing really rang with me, to be honest. But if I were to be pushed to recommend two, I would say the Until It's Returned shotgun, that Strand, and not the Rapacious Appetite, this one here, the Different Times as well, which is a pulse rifle. None of the Reckoning weapon set are craftable, so you can just go after these for RNG. Spare rations, though, that would probably be my standout there for that. Don't forget as well, the armor's going to go, so grab any of those that you want to for transmog or for even for rolls. Ham, cheese, that kind of thing. Now, talking of the armor, and this applies to all the seasonal armor that you can get, you can focus it pretty good by using the mods on your Ghost. So, like I say, this will be going away, but if you go to your Ghost mod down here, and you put on something which focuses in the bottom 3 stats, so I tend to put in Discipline, but you can put in Strength if you want to. I wouldn't bother with Intellect so much, because there's so many things tied to your super getting charged, just picking up Orbs of Power, anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It's better to focus in Discipline and Strength, and what that does then, it'll force a higher stat in one column at the bottom, in this case the Discipline column, and you've got a chance for a spike in one of the upper 3 as well, depending on what class you want. You kind of know what you're after for Resilience for Titans, Mobility for Hunters, and Recovery for Warlocks. So just to show you, look, it's going to cost me 2 engrams as well, and 2,000 Glimmer, so we'll just start grabbing some of these, and we'll have a little look at what stats we got. I've got 3 of them there. Let's have a little look, see what we've got, because I've got 3 there. So we've got, look, there we are, brilliant already. Well, look, we've got a spike in Discipline there, and we've got a spike in Resilience 23. I prefer it in Recovery, but Resilience is incredibly useful across the board. Then we've got 66 again, spike in Discipline and Resilience. Not too great. Anything on this last one here? Resilience and Discipline again. So we want to keep on popping those out until you get something desirable. But you can see there, though, that you're going to get nice statage to do it. So make sure you use up any engrams you've got to try and push up your overall ratings. Look, mine are rubbish. rubbish there. The seasonal exotic was this. It's the Wicked Implement Scout Rifle. Now it's stasis, creeping attrition, rapidly landing precision hits cause targets to become slowed. And we've also got, while creeping attrition is active, destroying stasis crystals or landing precision final blows creates a stasis shard, and the stasis shard returns to you, and collecting stasis shards refills the magazine. I think it's a pretty good exotic. However, I haven't used it very much, but that might just be due to oversaturation of exotic weapons I've got at the moment. Now, to acquire this was actually part of the deep dive missions. The deep dives here you can see in the helm. So these are going away. So of course the exotic mission is going away. It was kind of tacked on as a side dungeon, I suppose you could say, yeah, there as well. And if you want to get the catalyst, you want to try and get to a tier 7 deep dive in order to get the catalyst. And the higher rewards that you get, the more chance you've got of getting the catalyst to drop. So it is all related to RNG there, as usual. So yes, there we go. Wicked Implement, that's going to be going, and also all of the deep dives will be going as well. Now, Aquanaut is the seal. I'm pretty close to doing this one, actually. Let's have a little look. Yeah, all I need to do is defeat target season of the deep weapons. There you go. It shows you how much I haven't played it, because I haven't got that one at all. It's pretty easy to get pretty much most of these. Well, you've got to earn the exotic scout rifle to do it, to get the seal. You know what? I might even push myself to use some of these guns so I can just get an extra seal there, the Aquanaut. The other thing, of course, that's going is the salvage activity and the salvage legend there as well. Very nice for trying to farm some bits and bobs, of particularly Season of the Deep gear. Season of the Deep, however, was unique in one very, very major way, because it introduced what I thought of as one of the more fun aspects of the game, and it's something that it really needs every season, some kind of fun activity. And the activity was fishing, which you can see here. So you collect your tackle box here, and then you go and fish in different areas. You've got the EDZ in the outskirts, you've got the Miasma in the Throne World, and the Cistern in Nessus, and you just fish away. This is very good for single players to get exotics and ascendant shards and all that kind of thing. It can be quite relaxing, and I've always been partial to a bit of fishing, and it's a damn shame that this is going away, because Destiny needs activities like this sprinkled throughout the system. It'd be lovely if each planet had its own theme, or each season, or what it's going to be episodes, had its own theme. That's just my own little personal rant, but there we go. Yeah, so fishing is going to be going away, a great way to earn exotic stuff, and it's very, very relaxing. That's a shame. I'm gutted about that. Now here we are in the wonderful side area for Season of the Witch. I love this area. I thought it was so cool. I loved the cards that you used to augment different bits and bobs from the runs that you could do, which was great. I love the fact that there were hidden cards you could collect around the place. I love Savathun, or is it... no, it's probably not Savathun, actually. It could well be... oh, what's it called? The War One. Oh, what's she bloody called? Xivu Arath, that's the one. Thank you, Google Brain. Anyway, there we go. I did really like this season, actually. It was excellent. It's funny revisiting these ones. Makes you realise how good the things were. Plus, we had this totally bonkers deck of cards which unlocked all the secrets and things. So you want to make sure you've unlocked all these cards here, the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana cards. Plus, of course, your reward tracks. They were much more simplified, you can see, than they were with the Season of Defiance. They changed. I've only got 47 here, rank 14, so I'm not too far off getting 15 enhancement cores there, which is nice. Focusing wise, let's go in and have a little look. So it's much the same thing that you can do here. You can focus everything that you want to, particularly the armor and things like that. The weapon sets, we've got the recovered Red War weapon set, which was here. Now, as has been the case with these Red War weapons, they're not craftable. It's all RNG. So you can get this, the Deadpan Delivery Shotgun, that's arc, aggressive frame. The Nightshade Pulse Rifle, which is strand, so it's had a nice little rework there. Hatchling can roll on that too. That's lightweight frame. The Persuader Sniper Rifle, that's void, rapid fire. And the Showrunner Submachine Gun 2, that's kinetic, lightweight frame. Now, as for getting guaranteed red bars on these, if you still haven't unlocked the patterns, it doesn't drop automatically. It's all tied into this table over here. Like, let's go back to the older, I can't remember what it's called, the bloody ritual table or something. Electing of Divination, that's the one. But if you look here, these ones here, the witchcrafting, the next season of the witch weapon, you focus at the ritual table, will be deep sight. And each one of these represents a single chance or a single time that you can get a red border. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 guaranteed red borders that you can get there. You just have to unlock these particular minor arcana cards. So that's 7 red borders tied in there. But of course, you do have the RNG as well. When you do focus it, you've got a chance of a red border drop. They're saying about 1 in 20, which kind of rings true in my experience as well. Maybe, yeah, it's about 1 in 20, sometimes below, sometimes above. But you know what I mean, on average, 1 in 20 is probably the way. For me, the standout weapons here were the semi-attrition rocket launcher, because rocket launchers really came into their own about this time, and that was excellent. I was using a bipod on one of them as well, which is great for extra rockets in the pipe. Bloody marvellous. This was very popular, the Eremite fusion rifle, and also the Briar's Love Scout rifle as well. They were very popular too. In fact, this Eliatic Principle was popular as well, and I enjoyed that as well. I don't really use snipers, so I kind of ignore those, and hand cannons have been out of my zone for a little while. And if you're looking at the red war guns, the Showrunner is excellent, well worth farming that one, and also the Nightshade Pulse rifle, very spiffing in PvP. And you can do your focusing trick with the Witch's armor here as well. It'll be going, of course, along with everything else, unfortunately. As far as exotics go, Season of the Witch was very odd, as in it didn't have an exotic, which was a bit of a shame. So what's going to be disappearing is the Savathun Spire mission. They're very good. They are good fun to do. The Altars of Summoning arena as well, and the Imbaru engine, which was very, very entertaining as well. So that's all going into the vault, but no exotic weapon specifically or hidden away in Season of the Witch. As for the title, I actually did this one, the Haru Specs title. Look, 10 out of 10 there. So there we go. That's worth clearing up. I'm just going to be bugering off. It did have a very nice finale though as well, and I loved this nice lead into the Season of the Wish with the Ahamkara egg. Splendid. And now let's jump into Season of the Wish, the most recent season. Excellent season, I thought. The story wasn't strong, but I loved the activities. I loved the coil. That was great. Some brilliant weapons as well. I did really enjoy it. Plus, of course, the star-crossed thing, which is very, very good. But we'll get onto that in a moment. So I've got 85 engrams that I need to spend here, which is ridiculous as normal. Let's go and have a look at what we've got weapons-wise. Well, first of all, there's some really nice weapons this season, Season of the Wish. Particularly the Scatter Signal Fusion, which is excellent strand. Really, really worthwhile. What was the other one? Well, I actually did quite a lot. The Doom Petitioner is great. Linear Fusions, although Linear Fusions haven't had much love lately, but it's a nice one to get to. In fact, the Scale Up Potential as well, that's really good as well. So those three are excellent. Good God, even the Trace Rifle, the Appetence, is very good as well. I mean, I don't use shotguns, the Super Cluster. Let me know in the comments if you'd like it. And the bow there, the Lethophobia as well. So yes, you can get red bars on those as a random drop, and of course from running the activities. The second weapon set comes all the way back from Season of the Undying. There's rerolls on there. There's one real standout one here that you want to target farm if you can. It's the subjunctive submachine gun. Now I've been putting them in, seeing if I can acquire some red bars there. I've already got that one. I'm waiting on patterns for the Adorat. I haven't got any actually apart from the subjunctive. So the Imperative Scout, not that great. So I'm just going to keep on chunking these away because I've unlocked all these other patterns. It's just these. That's the ones I'm going to be going for. Armor, of course, is excellent here to focus, to get yourself some nice stat stuff. Let me see what I can get here on a chest piece. Let's have a little look here. I think I'm bloody full. Let's have a quick squeeze. Have I got anything? Wait, a 65 then, mobility. It never works out the way you bloody want it. Good in this. 67. See, that's good. It's all in the wrong place, though. You do have to be patient and have a deep pockets as far as the engrams are concerned. Now, the exotic for Season of the Wish, I think, is brilliant. Probably the best this year. It's the Wish Keeper. This is really, really good. I really enjoyed the mission as well. Now, of course, the mission's going to go away, which means the ability to get the Wish Keeper is going to go away as well. Fantastic for strand builds, really for suspend builds. It is excellent. I really can't recommend this one enough. So make sure you get enough time to run that if you can. You can find its node here on the helm, and you have to run the legend versions to complete the catalyst. And there's 4 catalysts that you can unlock, and you have to run the legend in order to get them applied so you can craft them on the crafting table. Much the same as the Whisper is now. So we seem to be going into this kind of thing here each time we get an exotic, probably for the Outbreak Perfected as well, which is coming beginning of May, I believe. Now the title is Wishbearer. There's 10 here to get as well. I haven't got too much to do here. Dragon's Gifts purchase tier 2 or higher Dragon's Gifts tier 3 in the coil using fused wishing glass. Yeah, so it's a nice one to get, and I think, well, I'm really glad I'm doing this video because I'm seeing which ones I'm only 2 more to do. Look, bloody hell. Now the final seasonal thing I want to talk about, and it's quite odd that I'm talking about it, but you're gonna have to start thinking about it, It's the Into the Light expansion, the one that's just come, because basically the Hall of Champions is going. Now, the actual Onslaught playlist and the Onslaught activity is staying. We think that's going to reside either in the Vanguard Ops or in the Legends mode. But there are things going to be disappearing from here on June 4th. So, of course, the ability to get the armor will be gone, the new parade set armor, because you've got to unlock these chests there. So you want to make sure you do that. And then the shinies that people are talking about. Basically, it's the weapons that have that shiny look to them. Here you can see my mountaintop here. It's got a specific ornament on it. And you can't extract the ornament. It's just locked into the weapons. They won't be earnable with the ornament on, but the normal weapons will be. The entire weapon group is staying because it's the Onslaught loot pool. But this stuff, the ornament, that's going to be going. So if you want to grab any of those shiny ones, now's the time to do it, because you're not going to be able to do it any other time. And that, of course, means the Hall of Champions is going, Super Black is going, but they did say that that's going to be coming back at a later date. So if you don't manage to earn it here, you're going to have an opportunity to earn it a bit later on, probably be in Eververse from Bright Dust or something like that. Old Arseheight is going to be going, and Shaxi Poo's Double Entendre is going to be buggering off back to the tower. So make sure as well you don't forget to collect your chest of the Thunderpants, or whatever it's called, because I've got a few things in there, because they're all 1810 in here, which is really good for getting yourself up to the cap of 1810 there, ready for the final shape. Now, of course, when all the seasons go, all their currencies are going as well, which I mean things like the Witch's Keys, the Deep Dive Keys, the Defiance Keys, they're all going to be buggering off. The Riven's Wishes, the Wish tokens, make sure you spend all of those. They're going to be going. And, of course, you spend those with old Mara here in the Helm. I've got 2 left to get. I've already got what I wanted, really. I've gotten the red border for my Apex Predator. I haven't got enough space. I've got to decide which one I'm going to go for next. I actually think I'm going to go for the Tyranny of Heaven bow. So I've got 2 more there that I can spend. But remember, you don't have to do the red bars. You can do this as well. You got the exotics, Riven Wishes exotics. You could buy one of the Lightfall exotics there as well. This is a very handy way to get them. And the final thing is the Miscellany, which means you can get either Ascendant Shards, you can get a Lost Memento, or Ascendant Alloys too. The big thing really is your Legendary Shards. Look, I've got 3,528 of the gits there. You want to get them spent. You've got 6 weeks yet, but still, you want to bear it in mind because you want them spent before they all completely disappear. So you can come to old Rahul here, who's going to be very useful in you for dispersing your Legendary Shards. Don't forget as well, you're going to be picking up lots of Legendary Shards from dismantling all the weapons you're going to be getting from your engrams. So you're going to have quite a few of them running up to it if you've not done much with your engrams either. So you can, first of all, you've got like a Glimmer exchange here, so it's 10 Legendary Shards. That'll give you 10,000 Glimmer, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So there's that there. But you can use them to purchase various odds and sods, including weapons and things like that. For example, Banshee's daily changeling weapons, they cost 30 Legendary Shards. With Zur, his weapons cost 50 Legendary Shards and Glimmer, so it's worth keeping an eye on what Zur is going to be selling over the next 6 weeks. Check out my Zur videos every Friday. I'll tell you exactly what's what and what the best rolls are there as well. You need them to buy the exotics too. Look, 23 for each of the pieces of armor and 29 for the exotic weapon. For the armor set, good grief, 50 Legendary Shards each of those and 1,000, so you could actually spend these things pretty damn quick if you're of a mind to. If you feel like picking up the Hawkmoon, look, there's 200 Legendary Shards, 1 exotic cipher and 1 Ascendant Shard. Plus, of course, you need them to upgrade your armor and your weapons as well. And the other area that's going away is the farm. I've never come here, but I do like it. Well, it was much better before it got absolutely mangled by lots of explosions, of course. Used to have a football pitch out here, which is very, very nice. It's worth having a little explore around just for, well, no reason at all, really. But I just like exploring. It's very, very good. Goodbye, the farm. You will be missed. So quite a comprehensive guide there for you of everything that's leaving with each season and things you can start going through and writing down what you think, well, I want to do this and I want to do that. Don't go nuts trying to do it all. There's loads of it. And you've probably done most of it as you've gone through. But what I do find really useful is going through the titles to see what you've missed out on, because that way you'll be able to see perhaps some collectibles as well that you might not have picked up. Let me know in the comments if you've got any other hints and tips about what's going to be leaving. I didn't include the bounties in using this one because everybody does it. I'll probably do a bounty grinding guide, perhaps later on in the week or possibly next week. And I really do want to thank Scribble Wizard as well for helping me with loads of the research for this video. It was very, very useful, Scribble. Thank you so much indeed. Anyway, if you did enjoy the vid, a like and subscribe would be utterly fantastic. And I should look forward to seeing you all very soon. Sausage hurt.